Once the player is expert at the task, their movements become second nature and are now controlled by a different and subconscious area of the brain called the dorsal stream. Dr. Corbin believes anxiety reactivates the conscious part of the brain to turn what should be a subconscious expert movement into one which is clumsy and amateurish.
And that is why we think choking occurs. That is, this ventral stream all of a sudden becomes more dominant and you tend to think too much about what you're doing rather than just letting the motor system control the movements automatically as it would usually.
And that's why even professionals can get it so wrong.
If you look at that clip, you'll notice he looks as if he was very anxious, and quite rightly so. But then if you look at his actual kick, the kick just looks awkward, it looks forced, and there we might have a classic example of how this increased level of anxiety has had a negative consequence on the control of his action, resulting in a poor performance.
Gareth Southgate's mental fear of failure doomed England from the moment he'd stepped up, making him play like an amateur. Rylo and Eriksson's diagnosis was that fear of failure had become the England team's dominant mindset. It physically inhibited every area of their game, not just passing and shooting, but the coherence of the entire team. Dr. Rylo's cure seemed just plain contradictory.
You have to dare to lose to win. You have to dare to lose to win. You have to dare to lose to win. A winner hates to lose, but a winner is not afraid of losing. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Professor Rylo's mantra, daring to lose to win, applies to everyone in the England setup. Crucially, it's an example the manager himself must set.
He is self-confident. He is not afraid of failure. He dares to win. He is able to change the thinking way amongst the player because he transfers in a very good the way he thinks himself to the team. So the team is a Sven-Göran Eriksson team. The mindset is transferred, and he is doing an excellent job in transferring his own mindset to the whole team.
This is the key to the Eriksson method. He encourages his players to take risks and never criticizes them for their mistakes.
They must feel secure. They must feel that the manager, the coaching staff, accept them, even if they not are the best football players in the world. And if you feel secure in your work, especially a work like football, you can behave much better. If you are afraid going out there, you know that the manager will shout at you first time you miss a pass and things like that. You can never go out and do a good job.
England's conversion to Eriksson's new psychological approach would very quickly face its first test, the qualifying game against Finland. England were bottom of their qualifying group with only 1 point from a possible 6, and defeat against Finland would rule them out of the World Cup for certain.
Who would true valor see? Let him come hither. One here will constant be, come wind, come weather. There's no discouragement shall make him once relent. He's first avowed intent to be a pilgrim.
As the team lined up, neither they nor the manager looked worried.
He is a man who is calm and rational and quiet and not given to histrionics. And his psychology fits that very, very well. It is about patience, it's about team building. And I think that because the two fit hand in glove, it's paid dividends for him.
England started well. They even began to relax.